What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So you saw the title, you saw the thumbnail. We are talking about Imperium Intense from Fragrance World, a extremely accurate clone. I gotta say, it's shockingly accurate. Obviously not the same quality. If you want the original experience, you need to go with the original. You're gonna see the quality difference in pricing with the original. But if you're on a budget and you want almost, this is about as almost as it gets. Let's discuss, shall we? Stay tuned. I'm going to have the Elysium Intense, Intense notes on screen because I can't find notes for this anywhere, which is usually the case for these. If I remember correctly, when I did the original Imperium review, I had to use the Elysium Parfum Cologne notes because I just could not find a note breakdown. Because, I mean, it smells the same. So, not a lot of people, not necessarily that. Let me rephrase that. More people are one side or the other on Elysium Eau Intense because it's not the mass appealing fragrance of the Parfum Cologne or the Parfum Pour Homme. It's the more interesting of the two. It's the same formula, just totally rebalanced, reworked to make something more interesting. It's very rhubarb forward. It's got this soured citrus rhubarb fruit metallic smell. Like it still has the metallic side of it. But picture washed laundry. You wash your clothes. You're going to transport them from the washing machine to the dryer. This freshly clean, laundered, but still damp, wet clothing. That smell mixed with sour rhubarb and metallic citrus and fruits is what the opening of this fragrance is, which makes it either very interesting to some or very polarizing and just like, don't like it to others. So I get it. So if you've ever tried this and want, I just can't imagine somebody making a more accurate clone than this. I'm not going to explore any further with anybody else's clone because some people are going to say, oh, you should try Alexandria's version, Dua's version, this Middle Eastern brand, that Middle Eastern brand. You can't sit here and tell me they came any closer than this. They might have came as close, but it's wild to me just how accurate this scent profile is. Dries down into a bit more leather than the other versions of Elysium, just like the Elysium Eau Intense does. There's more leather than woods, but it's actually quite lovely of a smell to me personally. It's an interesting twist and turn on Elysium's scent profile. So if you've ever tried Elysium Eau Intense and you want a crazy accurate, affordable clone version, sacrifice a little bit of quality, you go sacrifice the magic is basically what I can say and go this route because they nailed it. Now performance. This one's, I think it's some nose fatigue because I've been getting around 6 hours. I've been wearing it a couple of days. I've been doing some test sprays on top of that. And around this, anywhere from 5 to 7 hour range, really like 5 to 6 hours, I find I can't really pick it up. I got to go looking for it and then it's basically a skin scent. And that's one of those deals where I think it could be some anosmia. It could just be an average performer, so take that as you will. So let's call it around 6 hours in longevity. Projection's really strong at first. The first hour of this fragrance is really, really stout. Then after that hour, it's kind of a moderate to mild sillage where I get light whiffs here and there. It's not potent bursts of this smell hitting me from time to time. It's a nice light whiff to remind me that it is there. So when it comes to performance versus the original blows it out the water in performance. It really does. It's night and day difference. That and the Eau Intense and the Parfum Pour Homme are the two better performing of the three Elysiums, and the Eau Intense is up there with the Parfum. Like it's 8+ hours longevity easily. It's pretty stout for about 2 hours. It's got a good moderate sillage. Here, you're sacrificing some of that. You're going to sacrifice some longevity. You're going to sacrifice a little bit of that time of projection. It's just as strong in the first hour as the other one, but you get, I find another hour, 2 hours of really good projection out of the original. And then, like I said, the sillage is stronger for a longer period, a much longer period of time. So again, you want the original experience. You need to go with the original fragrance, but I would call this across the board an average performer. Final thoughts on Fragrance World's Imperium Intense, the Elysium Eau Intense clone. As far as accuracy to scent profile, they nailed it. They did. The development, the start, the midway through, the finish of the fragrance. It's about as close as I would expect anybody to really to be able to get without being the original artist with the the higher quality raw materials and so on. So that helps it score greatly. I mean, how you feel about the smell is how you feel about the smell. I like it. But it takes a little bit of a hit because the performance is average. So that breaks this one down into an 8 out of 10 overall. Great fragrance. As far as a clone fragrance is concerned, this is a great clone. It's not outstanding. It doesn't crack that 9 out of 10 range. It doesn't border it. But it's better than a very good rating. For those of you familiar with my rating scale, 7 to 7.75 range is very good. 8 to 8.75 is great. This indeed is great. If this was higher tier performance, it probably would capture the overall cumulative score to put it into that outstanding territory, because the accuracy of this one really is impressive, I have to say. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. 8 out of 10 overall. Well, that was my thoughts and feelings on Fragrance World's Imperium Intense. I know there's an Imperium Absolute that I need to check out. That's the one I don't have. I'll have to grab it. I bought this one on a whim. Make sure to like and subscribe before you leave. I'll catch you guys on the next one.